All right. Go, lady.
Are we? Oh, okay. We live. Well, good morning, everyone. This is Grown Women Gaming, volume 171. We about to have some fun on this Saturday morning. Let's see. It is the calm before the storm. I tell you guys, it's been so quiet out here in these gaming streets. So it's gonna be popping next week. So we got a few topics. We got a special guest today, and shout out to CHAREECE. She's somewhere in a football field somewhere at a concession stand.
Yeah, right.
Selling pickers or something. I don't know, something. So shout out to you, CHAREECE. Much love. We miss you already. So let's start out with the intros, and then I'll just segue to our guest today.
You want to pick somebody to start? You want to just jump in?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm
What's
sorry.
up,
My
everybody?
bad.
How y'all doing? How y'all
right.
doing? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my bad. My bad.
It's
Go
cool.
ahead.
It's cool. It's all right. So I guess I start off. Y'all know who this is. It's your girl DELILAH _HD. And this week I played some Phantasy Star New Genesis. A little bit of Psychonauts. Trying to wrap that up. I got like 2 hours left, I think, based on like how long to beat. I'm trying to finish that before the next one come out. Let's see what else did I play this week. I think that's it. So yeah, ready for to get this topic on. Welcome to the show, Blam.
Thank you.
And
Yeah, and it's LBOOGIE 0208. Thank you everyone that came to visit us on this beautiful Saturday morning. It is hot as hell in Virginia.
Hot as hell?
Hot as hell.
All
like
right.
Muggy, humidity,
all that.
it's up there. All that.
Yeah.
But for me, what I've been playing is mainly MLB The Show, which I made it to the show. I'm in the majors now.
Okay.
So, right. First at bat, got a homer. Pretty proud of
I
that.
saw that. That was
Right
clutch.
off
That
the
was-
rip.
Right.
Yeah.
And then other than that, Destiny. I'm playing Destiny. Oh, and then I played Rogue Company with Lady and Jizzle and Inferno on Thursday for the game night.
Game night.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was
was.
pretty
It's a-
good. It was pretty good. I mean, Jizzle was like carrying us. I mean, we weren't doing bad.
But
He
we
was
wasn't
just
doing
amazing. Like, yeah, he was
carrying
like
us. I'm
coming
yes, he was.
through, just sweeping the whole damn team, like at the end and shit.
I'm like,
so
what the
yeah.
hell? I'm
Yeah.
like, what the hell? All right, y'all already know who this is. It's me, Lady Infamous 415. I've been playing some Rogue Company, as LBOOGIE said. I played some Shaolin versus Wu-Tang. We got 19 out of 30 characters on the roster. So I think we'll be done probably in the next couple of weeks with that. And shout outs to JB. He gave me a couple of codes for Shaolin versus Wu-Tang too. So I'm definitely going to hit that. I'm definitely going to take me a break on that, but then continue on with it. I want to see what improvements that been had with between the first one and the second one. And also I played Little Nightmares, where DELILAH clowned me on my Lakers and put some, and my Lakers. She came to my
How about them Hawks though?
like an all-star.
I was waiting right to go.
Right.
As soon as that jump went down, I'm like, yo. Well, how about them Hawks though? You was talking trash last week.
Yeah.
I was.
We got receipts too. We got
Also,
receipts.
I just like that she used your main gift against you.
That was too good. Too
I'm gonna
good.
smoke that Lakers pack. You know I did.
Yeah.
You know
Wow.
I did.
Yeah.
No, I did. And that was sad to say, but yeah, Little Nightmares. Gorgeous. It's scary. I played it at night. I think I'm gonna make it a night session type of stream.
Oh yeah.
And enjoy that as well. My problem is always the jumping part. I can't time my jumps and I end up falling to my death. That's like my kryptonite. So I am okay with that. And I dibble dabble in a little bit of Call of Duty because that's my addiction. And
That must be why you don't like Destiny.
Why?
Yeah, that's possible.
Because of Call of Duty?
Not because of the jumping.
No, not really. It's the like grinding
The grind.
for 3 hours.
The grind.
The grind, and you getting it for
But
like.
you realize you always have to grind because you always take long breaks. I'm just saying.
If you play consistently,
My bad for bringing logic to you. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
Didn't mean to do that.
no, that's fine. That's fine. I take it. I don't play it enough. I dibble dabble in it. So when people want to be like, I want to do a raid, I ain't high enough. So, but that grind, that Destiny grind, I feel good not to be like consistently playing that game. I appreciate it when I do play it. And I think I played it like a splash a while back, like a couple of weeks ago.
But Iron Bananas next week, so we gotta play.
All right.
I feel the need to translate what a splash is, and
Splash?
for the people who don't know what a splash.
Like
for those in the back that don't know what a splash is.
A couple of hours. Okay.
Gotcha, okay.
All right. And before we start my interview, I want to give a shout out to the people in the chat for coming through. I know we was a little bit late today, just a little bit, but I'm glad y'all came here, stuck it out. Y'all been chatting it up. And I appreciate that. Shout outs to Pilo in the building. Mitchie dies a lot. Monica, I see you, girl. What's up? Welcome back. X-Bucks, hey, you know what it is. Follow your motherfucking dreams. Other Zinc. And let me see, Stitch. I see you, Stitch.
Yeah,
I see you, Stitch. Stitch always here. Stitch is always here. So, all right. Now, PTK Blam. I've known him for a while.
We all have.
And I think we did our rounds. I went on the show a couple of years back. Real good, real long back. So it is our time to have him on our show. So I would like to welcome you guys. PTK Blam, congratulations on your.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I know, awesome. Man. 5 years is a lot. You know what I'm saying? So
I didn't realize it. I was looking at my YouTube, and I never go to like my about channel or anything. And I actually just kind of looked at it like, oh crap, I didn't realize it was actually the anniversary. So yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it. So
no problem. Well, you know how we do it. This is nothing but laid back questions, talking about, you and how your mind works a little bit. And I want to start with, how did you got started in gaming to begin with?
Just to begin with, like the early stages. Yes. To be honest with you, I was always a Sega kid. Sega is really what got me into, like, I played Nintendo a little bit. I played Mario. My oldest brother had a OG NES, so I played that. I didn't play much of it though. Sega is what kind of got me on board. Sonic and Altered Beast and Master System and all these other cool games is what got me into it. And really since then, I've just fallen in love with it. Nothing but Sega really up until probably the 64. And that was my first self-purchased Nintendo system, or anything outside of Sega, to be honest with you, at that point. But yeah, so Sega is really what made me fall in love. Sonic and all those cool games early on.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna just put in the category. You just a Sega. That's your childhood. Oh, okay.
I am. Yeah, I didn't do the Nintendo, man. I still argue about that to this day. So.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's cool. Some people don't like Sega and like Nintendo, and some people and like it the other way around. It's cool.
Yeah.
But it's good that you got it young. Got it good when it was good, because even though those 16 bits were harsh now, they were good back then, I would say.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, what game are you playing right now? Like, what game you enjoying right now?
I'm gonna be honest. This week I haven't played anything. I just moved. To be honest.
Okay.
So I haven't. Yeah, we just moved a couple days ago. So I haven't even touched it. I barely hooked up my Xbox and got everything all squared away just like yesterday. So, but before that, I've been playing. Me and Fuzz still grinding, playing the Division 2. We still play Destiny. A lot of Game Pass stuff. Just kind of diving in Game Pass, seeing what's in there.
Yes.
Game Pass has really opened up my eyes to so many different things. It's really expanded my palette when it comes to games. I play so many games that I never would touch normally, and I'm having a ball with it. So this Game Pass.
Do you want to name one of those real quick?
Torchlight.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even play those kind of games, but I don't know why I just fell in love with it. So games like that. What's another game? Me and my wife were playing.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. I just that's not even really my wheelhouse, but might as well. It's in there. You know what I'm saying? So. and I've been enjoying a ton of it. There's a few other games as well that me and my wife play together, but Torchlight I've been grinding a lot on. But yeah, that's pretty much it so far. Not much this week.
Yeah, I know you mentioned that Sega was you started out with Sega. Did you transition from Sega to from there to what? To like, did you go PlayStation? Did you go Xbox? Like, where did you go from? 16-bit Sega. How did you mature to like what you play on majority today? Like,
so to be honest with you, my little sister bought me a OG Xbox, so I was holding off on it, and I was holding off on it. Had a PlayStation at the time, holding off on it, and and my sister was like, well, you always talk about this system, and I'm gonna go ahead and get it for you. So my little sister actually bought it for me, and once I played Halo, it was a wrap. So Halo CE. I didn't want to play anything else at that point. So you can thank Halo for really getting me on the Xbox train. I didn't want to touch anything else after I played Halo CE. So.
Yeah, was it the whole like validating first person shooter on console? Like, because prior to then, you played first person shooters on PC, and like the graphics weren't. They weren't like all the way there, like as far as console. So
I played a lot of GoldenEye too.
By the time,
that's
like
GOW.
That's GOW for real.
GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. Back on the 64, but like that was split screen, all sitting on a 17-inch TV trying to play split screen. But yeah, that was really my first foray into that. But Halo changed my entire outlook on gaming. Like I didn't realize how much I needed a game like Halo, because it wasn't just a shooter. It was so much more than a shooter.
Yeah, the
campaign, the story.
Yeah,
it was so expansive and huge.
The music.
Oh,
the flood.
Yeah, everything.
Not forget the music.
Yeah. But just having a monster, a dope campaign, and just the graphics were next level at the time. Nothing else looked like it. Yeah, it's completely changed my whole outlook. So.
Yeah, I know for me, like one of the coolest things when I think about Halo is, especially Combat Evolved, is the part when Master Chief grabs the helmet and he puts the clip into the helmet in order to watch what the previous person who had died had happened to him. I thought that was the coolest thing, because I hadn't ever seen that like in a game. He was just like looking at the feed of someone else's life up until he died. Yeah. I thought that was cool if they would just kind of put that in there. It was a great way to tell the story of like what happened and kind of to introduce the flood. And so, man, I am so hyped for Halo Infinite. So
I might have to take a day off work. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to be complete. I hope my schedule aligns so I can be able to be like, I just want to see what they did with the next installment. I'm more excited about with Halo. I know you're a podcaster and you're a producer. How do you manage to do it all?
It's fun. I don't look at it anything else but just fun. The reason I started doing it, one, because back probably I don't remember what exactly the year, but 2015, somewhere around there, something like that, 2016. There wasn't very much Xbox related content on YouTube. And at the time, Xbox was not in a great space around that time. They didn't necessarily get off to the best start last generation. So I was looking for like different, just different opinions, and I couldn't find them. Everybody was saying the same thing. Yeah, so I just decided
Xbox Bash Brigade. That's what I called it. It was Xbox Bash Brigade. Yeah. Like every podcast, every media outlet was just bashing. So I remember that time. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. No, you're good. You're good. That's the honest to God truth. I couldn't find and I had a different opinion personally about what was going on and how I felt about the DRM and all this other stuff. And I couldn't find one. So I'm like, you know what? Let me I can start a YouTube channel. It's free. It don't cost anything. And I feel like I'm a pretty good speaker. So let me see if I can put together, a show. And then originally it was just supposed to be me, but once I got into the Twitter community and found other people that are like-minded, like you ladies and just other people in general, that's when I started bringing on guests. But very, very, very first show, Delilah had Aaron Greenberg on. He popped in the show.
Wow.
So that was my very, very, very first show. He sent me a link, like, how do I get in here? I'm like, what the heck? What do you mean? How do you get in here? But yeah, awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, and that was kind of how I started. But I balance it pretty well. It's fun for me. I don't take it too serious. I just want to have fun and talk video games. So I don't take it too serious. But it's pretty simple. I got it down to a routine now after 5.5 years or so.
Ooh, that's a long time. How you created the shop?
That was actually just because that's what we do, and the idea came from, it's just barbershop talk. We all sitting around just having a discussion about video games. So I figured the shop was fitting. I didn't want to overthink it because I had like a list of names and I was going down the list, checking them off and going back, doubling back, trying to figure out, I don't like that name. So I just wanted to keep it simple at the end of the day. Shout out to my wife for telling me to just make it simple. Is she the one?
The real one, I tell you, man.
Yeah,
Real
so
one.
so she's like, just keep it simple. Go with your first idea. So that's how the shop was born.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Okay, now, what is the best and worst parts of being a content creator?
Oh man, the best part is almost the same as the worst part. You got to get over yourself. Like dealing with yourself is the hardest part, because when you're going through, a lot of people don't realize. I don't know. I'm sure you ladies have all gone through this, where you think you're gonna hit the ground running. You're excited early, then things don't always work out how you have them in your head, even if you planned everything out, and it can get extremely discouraging. Like not seeing the numbers be what they need, what you want them to be, and not seeing the viewership and just the interaction, and you can get easily discouraged and start beating yourself up. Like then you start comparing yourself to what everybody else is doing.
Yes.
And you're like, why are they growing and I'm not growing? And that's the worst thing you can do to yourself. So I had to get over that. I still deal with that from time to time, but I'm far better at dealing with it than I used to be. So I think that's the hardest part about being a content creator for me.
Yeah, I think that's like totally natural though. I think that even those of us who work at it, you're still gonna have those days where you're like, why is this and why is that? So, but I like to say everybody has their own race to run. My race is not your race.
Exactly.
I completely understand everybody's standpoint on that, because trust me, it be like that sometimes. And it's like your community is what really keeps you going, and it don't matter if you got 1,000 or 10. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You'll have that one person that's gonna be like, damn, I like that stream you did, or damn, I like that stream you did, or the show you did, or I saw a podcast, oh, I saw your blog. That helps a lot in ways that maybe some people don't really understand.
Yep. No, absolutely.
All right, so I got a hard question for you now. What is your top 5 game franchises in gaming?
That's not a hard question.
You know what?
Right. All right. Well, let's get it off
the thing is that when we ask this question to guests, it seems like this is the most. They take them a while.
Some people struggle.
Yeah. So you got it.
So let's see. Okay. Right, so Halo, let's get that out the way. So Halo, Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
Zelda for me. Okay. So Zelda Ocarina of Time is my favorite game in history, even over Halo. So Zelda Ocarina of Time.
That's my top 5.
After that is going to be Gears. After that is going to be Gears for me. Just because Gears was another game that kind of changed the way I look at video games and shooters in general. I know that there's going to be a couple. This one's going to sound weird, I know, but I enjoy all of the like Plants vs. Zombie stuff.
No,
I'm kind of a weirdo for that stuff. Like, I just think it's such a unique game. I play the crap out of it. So PvZ, all of that stuff. And then the last one, I would say God of War. God of War is going to be the last one for me. So
now, are you traditionalist though? Like, do you like the old trilogy or this?
No, I like all of it. Give me as much God of War as you could possibly throw at me. Yeah, I like all of it. Yeah, so I do. And God of War 2 is my favorite though. If I had to pick one, they're all my kids. I don't like choosing, but but yeah, God of War 2. If I had to pick one, that would be my favorite one.
Sure.
Okay.
So I gotta ask, since you did like PvZ, did you play any of those games? When Xbox. When X first came out, they were promoting a lot of these Microsoft Studio games and stuff. Did you play Power Star Golf?
You know what? I didn't play much of that. I didn't get into that till a little bit later on. So to be fair, I didn't play a whole lot of that as far as the Power Star Golf. I didn't play much of that, but I played a ton of the PvZ stuff.
Have either of you ladies played that? Because I feel like it's like such slept on.
I haven't played it.
I haven't. No.
It's crazy.
It's that like party golf game, right?
Yeah, it's like a party golf
I played a little bit of it.
With avatars and stuff, with your avatars, right?
Well, they have like certain golfers, right? And each golfer has their own attributes, different things they can do. And then like if you were to play and I go on to play, then I'll see the shots that you made. So it's like I'm playing against you. But then when you log in, you'll see, I beat you on this course and da-da-da-da.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah. but they haven't like kept up with it. It was just like a one and done. It was sad.
It reminds me of like the Top Spin tennis game that came out by Rockstar. I think it was. Was it Rockstar that did that game? I can't remember. They made a tennis. They made a tennis top game or whatever, and a table tennis game, and it was really good. And they only made a one-off for that too.
Yeah. You're like, damn, what happened?
Like, what's going on? What's with the one-offs, man?
Oh, okay. All right. I got one more question for you. Then I think the hard part is gonna be over. What's your favorite food? What's your favorite food? Like one.
Just one. Does a hamburger count as one? Because it's kind of a conglomerate of a bunch of.
I mean, hamburger.
I guess it's a hamburger. Yeah, hamburgers.
I feel like hamburgers.
I'm a burger guy.
I like that. I really like that.
Now, you gotta get specific though.
Yeah. So
do you like the gourmet burger, or you like the homemade burger, or is it more so just like whatever you can get?
So no.
I'll do on top of Delilah. What would be your if you were to create your best burger? What would it have on it?
The PTK Bland burger.
That's it. Bland burger.
Yeah. What would it have on it?
It would probably just be one of the like the double bacon cheeseburger from Carl's Jr. The double Western burger from Carl's Jr. It would probably just be that, just with the bacon. One piece of cheese. Me and cheese aren't best friends, so I do one piece. I don't double up on the cheese usually.
You had me until Carl's Jr. Now you ain't gonna front on you.
I just had to give you an example because they had a burger.
You could just say a double Western cheeseburger
and then left it at that.
My bad.
No, but I don't know. I'm just
Carl's. I don't know about that. I don't know.
PTSD when you think Carl's Jr. You like
Carl's Jr. like
forever.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Wrong.
You're right.
Bread be all mushed up.
That burger essentially would be like for me just like a perfect burger. Maybe I like avocado on my burger as well too.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you want does that have the onion ring on it?
Yeah, the onion ring. Mm-hmm.
Cheese.
You like it loaded everything. All that.
And the bacon as well. Don't forget the bacon.
Oh, and the bacon. Yep. Okay. All right.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to look for that burger now. I'm gonna have to look for it. Now I'm gonna have to look for it. That sounded good how you described it. So that'll be the burger. Now. Oh, I'll be all right.
She's like, I'm about to make a burger tomorrow.
Man, I'm about to make something.
See, I thought you was gonna say homemade burgers, man. Because they know, to me, that's the best burger. It's homemade burgers.
You're right. Homemade is the best. You're right. I can't cap on that. So yeah, if I had to, homemade would probably be the route that I would go. Mm-hmm. But if I'm being lazy, I'm gonna go with the double bacon.
Gotcha.
So.
Man, I'm gonna go order some burgers. High key.
Nice.
All right then. Well, I really appreciate the interview portion of our show. I love to hear your insight, and I learned a little bit about you, a little bit more about you today that I realized, and I appreciate that. So, no problem. Let's get to these topics though. Let's get off to the nitty gritty. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna switch it off. I'm gonna be like, look, okay, God of War. Delayed. God of War 2 is delayed. 2022 and it's going on the PS.
What happened?
Uh-oh.
She cut out, I think.
Yeah, she did. She said PS and then
the best. Look at the face though.
It's perfect. It fits. It fits. She gonna be mad though.
She gonna be real mad.
She gonna be mad. Yeah, she gonna be mad. It's all good though. But basically, what she was saying is she was kind of alluding to the fact that a lot of the titles have, just we got the updates that they have been delayed, and so I think what she was jumping into was that God of War was delayed until 2022, and we'll also support PS4. Do you think, just from what's been already announced and what's currently like in the news on this, do you think this is a bad? That's a bad precedence.
Yeah. Do you think that it's going to hold back God of War? Because that was always the thing with Xbox. Oh, y'all gonna be held back. Got an old one. So, do you feel like God of War won't be the best it could be?
So, just a resounding no. I don't think it'll hold back anything at all. So there's some people that are way smarter than me that I just have the privilege of talking to. And as far as this tech stuff goes, and generally, I don't worry about God of War too much. It's a high quality game, and one. Let me rewind this. One, I don't think any of us thought it was coming out this year anyway.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I don't know anybody that was like, yeah. So I wasn't surprised. It was the worst surprise ever because I didn't think it was coming this year anyway. So I wasn't surprised at all that they pushed it back. But as far as performance and how it's going to look and if it's going to be affected, I highly doubt that it's going to look phenomenal. We just saw Horizon Forbidden West.
It's going to be just how it is with PC games. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If you have a better rig, it's going to look better, period.
Exactly.
Yeah, what's crazy. So, see, the difference, like, I fully expected for it to come out. You know what I mean? So I had a, I started planning what I'm going to do. Like, I'm different. Like, I started planning the games I'm going to pick up throughout the year. So on and so forth. So I expected for it to come out. So for it to be delayed, I'm just a little bit of disappointment there. That's why it's funny because you saw prior to the hearing about the delay, we heard about a lot of people celebrating the fact that that's dropping this year, and then even me, like I'm like, yo, God of War, I'm copping day one.
You thought that was coming this year, Delilah?
I did.
What made you think it was coming?
Because how they announced it, how they announced how they announced Ragnarok. I mean, to me, it was plenty. It's enough time. Yeah, because I expected for it to be about the same size of Miles Morales, right? And it's just just kind of like an add-on, not too big of a game, not a full-fledged sequel. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, cool. That's a great way to put the content out there and have it super polished but put it out quickly. And I thought, man, yeah, they could do that. You know what I mean? It should be no big deal. But
I know that I keep killing my cousin's dreams with this, but I think Horizon Zero. Or Forbidden West is going to be pushed to next year too, because they initially said this year, but the last showing last week or whatever, they didn't
had no date. Yeah, they didn't.
Herman Helst came out and said that he wasn't sure about.
Right,
he couldn't say exactly when it was coming out as well. He said it out of his own mouth. So
okay, so see, like that, it ain't coming this year, and I mean, this year.
Don't kill my dreams, man.
A 0 year, right?
Yeah.
Don't kill my dreams. Don't kill my dreams.
I don't know. There's no way I could have. Now, I like the idea that because we threw this idea back around on the podcast, Delilah, about it actually not being a full-fledged like traditional God of War. Maybe it being like a Miles Morales kind of. So that's actually pretty neat.
Because if you think about Miles Morales and the turnaround of that, it's like, they was able to just, you know what I mean? It felt like a natural progression,
Right.
So I was ready. I'm like, and so for them to hear that, I was a little bit disappointed. And plus, PlayStation, sad to say it, my PS5, like, it ain't been doing too much. Like, it's just been kind of chilling.
I'm not worried about it because it's going to go on a PS4 and by the time them games come out, I'm either going to have the PS5 or I still have my PS4.
PS4 gonna be crying.
But see, you don't
crying. Like, please have my double button.
And you don't purchase a new console to not play it, right? Like that's why I'm looking for
Ratchet
and Clank.
The series, you have the Series X, and the Series X is your primary. Like for people who only have the PS5, then they're playing, Call of Duty and stuff like that.
That's true. That's true too. Yeah, you're right. I gotta have my game.
It's a Badlands right now.
Yeah,
it's a bad. I mean,
but both of them really. It's just the pandemic messed everything up. For Xbox and PlayStation. Like we probably would have had more games on the Xbox.
Sure.
Now.
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
We gonna get back.
So let's say Forbidden West doesn't release this year. Do you think it was a bad idea for them to show it? Because they could have easily waited and showed it like.
No, because I'm telling you that we haven't seen any E3. Mm-hmm. Like we about to have an E3, we're having a showing or anything like that. They're gonna have this dribble of information that comes out throughout the course of June.
Yeah. And
this was their portion for Horizon for Forbidden West.
I just have this theory that Sony this is all just a theory in my head, but I just have this idea that Sony they don't have the same issue Xbox does when it comes to when do they need to put information out, because they kind of put it out when they feel like they need to and people are okay with it, so they don't have the same quote unquote pressure that Xbox does.
True. I would agree. They're getting to Nintendo level,
Yeah, they're damn near getting to that level where it just whenever the information comes out, it's most
and
people
everybody
just
like thank you.
So
like I said, I can't wait to play a God of War 2. I have played it already, and I need to see what's going on with
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd say God of War 2.
You know,
I'm just saying. I'm just gonna keep it honest with you. I did play the game, and I am excited.
You played the first. You played the first one on PlayStation 4.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for my first
story
one.
was crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it was for the very first one that played. I think it was gorgeous. Like LBOOGIE said, the pandemic like really messed it up. And I believe that if it was normal, then we probably would have had these games by the fall. But you know, and I'm not gonna hold nobody. They don't want to pull out no Cyberpunk and pull out a game.
That may be it too. I never thought about that.
Yeah, man.
People may be very cautious right now when like putting out unfinished games.
That example,
Sony doesn't have that issue though with their first party game. They don't generally have that problem, but I mean, they are working in like, you know, a different environment. Everybody's at home, the whole pandemic. So yeah, I mean, they're taking precautions. I mean, it's a game that, you know, obviously they have to be careful with it. It has to be, you know, presented a certain way because it's that big of a game. So I agree. I mean, I don't have any issues with, you know, even the delays at all at this point because we didn't have, well, they kind of talked about a Horizon release date sooner than later, but I wasn't even sold on when that one was coming out. So I'm okay with the delays for the most part. And the biggest reason being that technically we want these games to work. We don't want these games to come out with issues. And generally Sony doesn't have that problem anyway. So I don't really have a problem with the 2022 release date. So,
and you liked the Horizon Forbidden West.
What
they released, right?
It looked phenomenal. It looked amazing.
Horizon Zero. Forbidden West was gorgeous. It don't matter. I don't even care. It's a cop.
Day one, easy.
Day one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Easy. Like I said, if I am blessed with a PlayStation 5, that's what I'll play it on. But if I still got this PS4 hanging around, cop it. It doesn't matter. It's about the games and the story for me. So I'm gonna cop it. We just gotta be a little bit more patient. And you know, some people don't have that, and that's their problem.
So I got a question for you guys. Can I ask you guys a quick question?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So what do you think about the optics of them initially saying, initially saying, you know, we believe in generations, and then kind of double back and saying, well, these games are also, because when you first put it out there, you got your entire fan base excited because you put PS exclusive on the screen, and then now you know it comes out that that's not truly the case. So I want to get you guys' opinion on like what do you guys feel about that?
I think my biggest issue with it was the fact that the gaming media went along with it and almost doubled down, and we're basically like, you know, Xbox is going to be held back type of thing, because they're going to allow for it to be back compat essentially, when these people know that it's not going to, you know, have an issue. So I think that was my biggest gripe with it, is that, you know, they basically put forth this narrative to essentially harm Xbox when they had plans to do the same thing all along.
Okay.
What about you, lady? How you feel about the optics, basically?
All I know is people been talking a lot of shit about the negative aspects of what Xbox been doing, and now they're moving goalposts. You know how they moving goalposts right now. So the things that wasn't okay with Xbox, now it's okay for Sony, and I don't think it's fair. I think it's a lot of media bias towards it, and I feel like if your preferred consoles is taking L's, man, take them L's like a champ, y'all, and it is what it is.
So I was aware. I feel like people don't even I feel like people don't understand a lot of the technical aspects, and they just ride whatever, you know,
their favorite podcast say.
Whatever podcast, whatever the headline was, you know, they just follow
this is the
along,
thing.
you know.
This is the thing. It was aware. A few months ago, like I don't know, maybe 6 months ago or so, they was talking about PS5 games were gonna be supported by PlayStation 4 for the next 4 years.
4 years, yeah.
True.
4 years now.
Yeah.
People glossed over that. All they heard was, oh, PlayStation 5 exclusive, new hotness, next gen, 20 frames, good and woo and rah, and they completely forgot about PlayStation supporting the older generation. So if that's just being smart about it, that's what an Xbox has been doing. So yeah, you can play this. I can play my new game, this old ass game on this new console, and I can play this new console on my old ass system. But now when it's PlayStation's doing it or Sony's doing it, it's like, oh my God, the travesty, the tragedy. And if y'all would pay attention and not think of the headline so much and actually read, then you will not be as surprised of when these companies make these announcements saying like, hey y'all, we got this PS5 game ready, coming soon. Oh, but you know what, so we gonna have this on PS4.
They whispered it.
Yeah,
it be at the bottom. It be at the bottom in captions.
That's the bottom.
That's small writing. Yeah.
I need that clip. I'm telling you, because that's what it is. And if you understand that, then then as a gamer, you're gonna be like, okay, well, if I got the PS5, then I can play it on the PS5. Then if I got it on the PS4, then that's cool. But then you got the PC aspect, and then you got the fanboyisms, and it's not just men, it's women as well that be on that shit, and I don't be on it. I don't. If God of War gonna be on PS4, it ain't gonna hurt me. It ain't gonna hurt me no sleep.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest part. Is you want to ask them like, how is it hurting you for them to put it on PS4?
I guess a lot of people look at the technical benefits you get with next gen, and that's the biggest gripe. It's like, reason why they say it's holding it back is because of the fact that they can't put all the bells and whistles on the game because they have to support the previous platform. When if development, Boogie, we deal with this all the time. Developers don't do that. They code for whatever they're working on. So they're gonna max it out. Even if a patch come later, they're gonna try to max out it because they want their game to look the best and play the best. So
the only thing. Sorry, Blam.
No, you're good. You're
good. Out real quick. I think the only thing that I guess that they could say is, at least with Xbox we have smart delivery.
Right. You pay for it one time. You buy it once. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that'll be the issue I think that people may take with PlayStation.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the whole issue that people have as far as what Delilah was just making a point to, that people keep repeating the same information about games being held back is just not true from a technical standpoint as well. So like I said, a bunch of people smarter than me, and we've had this conversation many times on the show. And graphics are scalable. The only issue is as long as things are continue to be made with like mechanical drives in mind, we're not going to see as big of a leap as we all thought we were going to see until these games are going to be made, specifically for like those SSDs, and all the specific technology that are in these new consoles, and that's when we're going to see the bigger leaps. But as of right now, everything is still being made with like mechanical drives in mind.
Right. So like you're essentially just buying the new iPhone.
Exactly. So
another thing too, like that kind of kills the argument is that this has been happening on PC for ages, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I can
start the argument with that.
Like PC been doing this forever. Yeah. So I don't understand it either. But it's like, dude, just because my 1070, I'm not gonna, the game that they make is still gonna work on your 1050. Like,
I think because people expect to, they got to justify their purchase. I can't remember the marketing term, but they want to be able to justify their purchase, to be able to say, yeah, I spent my hard-earned money on something that I believe is gonna, satisfy me. And I just think that they think that any doubt put there, they gotta raise they flag.
Oh man, and I'm skeptical on that too, because if you look at the anytime that Steam does those survey releases and you find out that most people playing on 1080p and don't even have 4K monitors and don't even have the best graphics cards, it's like somebody fibbing out there.
Somebody
somebody playing a PS5 on some old ass TV. I'm like, you why do you even buy it?
It's like getting the shoes and not the purse. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. Gotta get the whole thing. You know, so gotta coordinate
with holes in the socks and
right.
I know. Stains on your jeans. You know, like come on now.
That's like getting the Xbox Volt shirt and not getting the controller. Like why not?
I do think that I do think that what Jim Ryan came out and said though, I think that was very, very, very hit their how you share, you know, remember last generation, this is how you share games, that moment. I feel because he said it right after Phil came out, not Phil, but right after Xbox announced that we're going to be supporting, you know, Xbox One generation for the next 2 years. After that, he stated that we believe in generations. So I think it was a bit, you know, I don't know what he was thinking at the time. I'm sure he knew I'm sure he knew that they were still going to be making games that are going to be cross-gen, but that was just Sony being Sony for the most part, you know. I
agree.
So,
man, look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man, if PlayStation 5 was my only console, I'll be high right now. Because it's like, despite the fact that the games that are coming out are gonna come out later down the road, they really don't have much. I think they got Ratchet and Clank coming up, I think.
Yeah, that's next week, I think.
Amazing.
Okay, what happens after that?
Crickets.
We'll see. We got a summer event coming up.
It's true.
It's a summer event. What's Sony summer event?
Well, we'll see.
About that 15-minute commercial?
I'm telling you. I'm like, yo, are y'all gonna like tell us?
Come on, man.
Jeez.
I'm about to clip this. I'm about to clip this video. I already know.
I know, right?
What you mean? Man, I'm telling you. All I'm saying is what's going to happen after Ratchet and Clank. What I'm saying, what happened after?
You got that game, Kena Bridge of Secrets or whatever.
Kena.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, cool. You know what? I'm going to segue to.
And I'm copying that on PC because
what you copying on PC?
The Kena,
really?
Kena, yeah, it's gonna be on the Epic Game Store, so it drops on that.
Come out the
same day and date.
Okay, cool. Yeah. That's what I'm wondering too. Are they gonna do like these PS4 or PC? Because I know that like Horizon Forbidden West is coming to PC and all that good. Like, is it gonna be day and date, or are they gonna hold it?
I think they're gonna hold it because I don't know, because I heard that Horizon Zero Dawn on PC ain't looking too hot. That's what I heard.
I thought it sold well on PC though. I thought pretty much every Sony game that's going to PC is done.
Yeah,
better
especially Days Gone, like that thing.
Days Gone is done really well on PC.
Well, I had a couple of people tell me that they didn't. It was like graphical issues with the game.
Okay.
So I'm not saying that's the end all be all, but that's what I've been told.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna segue to this rumor, man. Okay, yesterday, Battlefield sent out a cryptic message. I don't know. Have you guys seen it?
Yes.
I missed this one. Go ahead and enlighten me.
This is attached to the topic that I had, but I put the topic first. My topic was the rumor that Battlefield 6 is coming to Game Pass on Xbox. It's just a rumor. But it's on Game Radars. So Game Radar Plus. So this is like a two-part question topic. So one, did you see the cryptic message, and if you did, what you think what it was? And two, the rumor on Battlefield 6, do you think it's a rumor or you think it's going to be facts? Would you like it to be,
well, I mean, if I could start, so you said the first portion of the question was that I see the cryptic, the message. So they did send out Delilah, because you said you hadn't seen it. Specific not YouTubers, but people on Twitter. A lot of them are big YouTubers. Got like DMs from Battlefield, like random DMs, and it's like this cryptic message. I think they even they were able to decode it. I saw a screenshot of somebody that like decode. I don't know how true it was, but because some of the words were blanked out. I wish I could find it. I'd send it to you.
Don't worry, I'll give it to you. I'm doing it right now.
Okay. All right, cool. Not a problem. Cool. But I mean, Battlefield needs to get back to where. So, because I don't know, I'm sure you ladies remember Battlefield and COD used to be talked at the same. They used to be essentially talked about at the same level.
Yeah.
And I think Battlefield wants to and needs to get back to that point, because I don't want Call of Duty to get to a Madden point to where it's just
It isn't bad. It's already at
to where it's competing against itself, and it doesn't have anything to push it. So we need Battlefield to get back to where it once was. Sure. But as far as the cryptic tweets, I didn't make much of it. I mean, obviously it has something to do with the story. Save us. Home is the only place we can. It's extremely cryptic. We don't know much about what's going on as far as the story goes. But as far as it being on Game Pass, I think. Yeah. That would be phenomenal. I mean, there's nothing that would be phenomenal because I mean, Game Pass. We talked about this yesterday too. It's going to be a big highlight at the Xbox event. I mean, it's here to stay, and I think dropping something like Battlefield 6 into Game Pass would just put a stamp on it and say, look, Game Pass is not going anywhere. This is what's going to continue to happen as long as Game Pass is around. We're going to continue to get these big third-party games, and I think that's what's going to drive the service overall. So if it happens, it'll be phenomenal. If it doesn't happen, I won't be 100% upset about it because ultimately I'm going to get Battlefield 6 regardless.
Right.
Okay.
Thanks.
I think they took too long with
the gap. The gap.
Well, with the gap in on the old school weapons and type of game. You know what I mean? Like when they came out with Battlefield 1, you were like, all right, cool, we'd play this. But then it was like, all right, well, we're doing this again. And you're like, oh.
Yeah. They went one game too far, I think, with the World War 1 and 2 stuff. Yeah. They could have stopped it.
They could have stopped it. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Because you couldn't put attachments on your guns. People want to be able to use attachments, have flare and all that. So,
right.
They gotta get
it's going to be modern. It's modern. It's good. It's modern. It's modern.
I'm looking forward to it.
That's all I got from the message.
Well, Call of Duty's been able to reinvent itself with Warzone as well, and I think Battlefield could benefit from that because Warzone, a game mode like Warzone, makes more sense for Battlefield than it does for Call of Duty. Because when you think about it, Battlefield has always been large scale, battles. That's not really COD's thing. COD just started doing that with Warzone, and they've been extremely successful for it. So it would seem like this. It makes more sense for Battlefield to go that route as well. So we'll see. Though
they're gonna have a BR.
I don't know, but a mode or something like that, or that would make more sense for a Battlefield
I do
game.
not want. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't.
Yeah, I want it. Okay.
You want BR? You want Battlefield BR?
Yeah, I do. I want every BR. Like BRs is fun. Like I understand you don't like it, but there's a lot of us that do.
I do. I like Rebirth. So. I like Rebirth Island. You know what I'm saying? That's BR. That's mini BR.
So you only like it because it's COD though.
That's it. Come on now.
So you're not gonna act like we played PUBG before we played Warzone. So we're not gonna act
because PUBG was the only one out there. I mean, they're the only one selling milk. You gotta buy milk from them.
What you mean? They had Fortnite milk too. We didn't go there. We didn't go. Fortnite was around. Was out when PUBG came out. It was in the early stages though, but
but we talking about photorealistic. Let me shoot with a realistic gun.
With a real pistola? Okay, all right, okay. I hope they got war pigeons. I'm sorry, that was good game mode. Man. You what? You don't like?
I got nothing. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. It's a mode on Battlefield. The older
everybody want their own stuff.
I know, right?
I know.
This game just for
me. See why these games get delayed. You see why these games get delayed.
Right. I keep asking for but if it is on Xbox Game Pass, I'll be ecstatic. Because one, I don't got to pay for it. I don't have to add any additional charge. But I think. I feel like it'll be good on their roster. They got a Halo, but they want probably a modern shooter they don't have. And they do got Warzone and stuff like that. But I think that a game to be that big to be on Game Pass, I think it would say a lot. So.
And I don't know if you guys saw, it kind of went under the radar. I tweeted it out, but a DICE, I think when Xbox announced their, the day they're going to be doing their show, June 3rd, they made that announcement. A DICE dev, I don't know who he was at DICE specific, maybe just like a lead artist or something. I have to go check. But he tweeted out like eyeballs underneath the Xbox on June 13th. So I was like, okay. I screenshot it and sent it out. I was like, you guys aren't slick. Because I see what's going on here, so I don't know if that means anything. Obviously,
people think people read too much into stuff, man. To be honest, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I don't know.
All right. Well, on to our other topic. For the PC enthusiasts, the new hotness came out this week. The 3080 Ti, right?
Yeah.
RTX. Will be available. RTX 3080. That was available this past Thursday. Am I right?
Yeah.
It cost like 1,000.
They were available.
For how long? 2 seconds?
Right.
So I checked. I didn't see them.
Yeah, they were like, that was like the craziest stuff. And then Best Buy, they did it in person, thinking that was supposed to keep scalpers away. I'm like, scalpers don't have real jobs. Regular people. So, how did you figure that out? I don't know. I mean, most of the people they said that were in line were saying that they were going to resell them. So,
wow, that's messed up because they already cost 2,000 plus tax, right?
It was 1,200, I think.
1,200. Yeah. Okay, because then I saw then the price I saw was a scalp because I saw $1,999.
Yeah, see, that's because people putting them back online. Yeah. So they got them in their hand, they put them back online for more money.
Yep.
They gotta figure this shit out.
They do.
I don't know if there's a way around it. I'm being honest. We've talked about solutions just to scalping in general. I mean, I don't. It's so difficult. Like I don't know if there's a way around. Maybe there's some type of way they can come up with to avoid. But it's so difficult. They get they have these bots. If you try and do it online and then try and do it in person, people are just going to show up in person.
Right.
They can take a cue from what Xbox is doing with their new program as far as like beginning on like a backlist and stuff like that directly through whatever platform you have, like purchasing directly through them. They don't have it. They don't post it like traditionally. Like they don't put it on the store like a Best Buy or anything like that. You just go directly to the site and you pay for it. You validate that you're an actual customer that's looking for this and not some sort of automated purchasing system. That's the only way.
How would you validate that though? Like by having just an Xbox Live account?
Well, also they can control how many you buy if they're doing it that way. If they do it's kind of like a special order. They can say, well, you can only get 3. It's only your household, your address can only get 3.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I can do
There's a way around it. They just don't want to they don't want to put the effort in for it, man.
Right. That's
my
they got to make sure they have checks for VPNs and stuff like that. Like,
that's
you
right.
can't let people buy off VPNs. You can't let people buy, like, if you're in Europe, you should only be buying from Europe servers. You can't be pinging off of different servers and shit like that.
Yeah.
They know.
But they got to pay for that. You know, just like with this other cybersecurity shit that we seen in the news, like most of these companies are not paying for, this cybersecurity or anything like that. Like they don't want to have to pay for that.
Yeah, I just think go ahead.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
I just think companies can they could do more. I just think Nvidia and AMD they could definitely do more. They just used to doing it their way. People are so caught up in the scenario of like, oh, let me sell my product to retailers and the retailers buy them up and stuff like that to resell them. It's like it's got to be a better way, and it's a problem now because not being able to get graphics card is affecting the whole PC building scene and that whole community. It's like I'm rocking a 1070 because I can't find I don't want to overpay for a graphics card.
I got something lower than a 1070 and I need it. I would like one.
Right.
But now a 1070.
I was looking to get into the New Age Shuffle yesterday, and I was able to get a AMD 6700 XT. But even then, it wasn't like it was the founder's card. So you know what I'm saying?
It's annoying.
Right.
It's annoying.
Third party manufacturer price. So it isn't as cheap as the founder's cards, which I think that's some bullshit too. Like how you making the same card as them and charging me more?
I think even CHAREECE had to go get. She found a 1650.
She found a 1060, right?
I thought it was 60.
Yeah, I thought it was 1060.
Okay. But I know even like when she was trying to find one, we was like looking around for trying to help her find one because it's crazy. It's insane. Like I never seen anything like it before. But I do think these companies can do better.
2 months of me entering the shuffle.
Yep. I even put myself like on some of these websites have waiting lists. I'm on a waiting list for like 2 of them. Like it's crazy. Like I don't know when I'm gonna get this graphic. I can get this graphic card 2 years from now. Like
right.
It'll be outdated.
first quarter or second quarter next year.
That's what they say, but
man, they can keep that, man.
But then when they see people are going to be paying these prices, like, is the price really going to go down? You know, I've seen that meme go around too. Yeah. Like when the prices go down, like if they go down, you know,
right.
As soon, you know, capitalism. So as soon as they see you pay for it, they're going to keep prices high.
I hate to see it, to be honest with you. I hate to see it because them graphic cards shouldn't be that much. I know the graphic cards are expensive. I know
they're already high. So,
but y'all making it like impossible for like the regulars to get one. And how you expect us to want your product if you not gonna like at least have enough graphic cards and affordable ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, because people selling 1060s, 2060s, and all that on eBay and stuff for like $700. Like,
I'm not paying double for. I'm just not. Right. I mean, that card is now outdated. I
know. Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm not doing it. I mean, remember we thought CHAREECE's that they just took her money. We were surprised that they actually sent it. You know?
Yeah. We're like, how did you get that deal? How you find it?
Right.
Like regular price.
We was like, man, does it work? Price. We asked her, like, does it work? Like, bro, like,
it was like a regular, like $300, I think it was.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, she got it at retail pretty much. She lucked up, man.
All right.
Well, the same thing is happening with these consoles too, as far as you know, scalpers and PS5s and
But I think graphic cards are more harder to get than the actual consoles. People are legit.
I don't think so.
You don't think
I don't know about that. I don't know.
I got their neck and neck. They're neck and neck. Because remember, I've been trying for the PS5 too. Same time, I was basically trying for both things, just waiting to see what was going to happen first.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it gets better after everything's after the Rona dies down and things get back to normal in the future. I want to go to Into the Spideyverse. Issa Rae joins the sequel voice character. I am ecstatic.
Yes.
If y'all didn't watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I don't know what y'all doing.
I love that movie. Yeah. That's such a good,
such a good movie. Like I've watched it probably over 20 times.
Yeah. So I
soundtrack still come up the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Man.
Amazing. Art style, all of that.
Yeah, like clapping and everything. Like, yo, I can't believe this.
I love the representation as well. I think that's more important than anything else.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
And that's why I think I couldn't believe it. You're like, yo, I cannot believe this is like happening. That this story is like really on the big screen right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This music.
It is such a good job. Bringing out
art style. Art style was like.
They killed it. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this. I'm an Issa Rae fan, so I'm looking forward to this. You know what I mean? I'm glad that a sequel for Into the Spider-Verse is happening. I mean, I like, even if you watch the movie, they kind of leave some little hints in there about it. So I'm excited, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to.
She's gonna be playing Spider-Woman.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's super dope. She's a great actress too. So it just makes sense. So. Yeah, they did a good job.
Writer, producer, director. Man, give her her
she do everything.
Yeah, she do.
She do everything. So yeah.
Yeah, but she's doing too much.
What do you mean?
I can't get enough.
Yeah, like I can't get you like on one thing, making this one thing. Like
it's true, man.
You know, I'm still like heartbroken about Insecure.
Me too, man.
It's about to be the last season.
It's
and I feel like there's no way they're gonna be able to end it, and I'm gonna be satisfied. Yeah. Like.
Didn't she do a new show though? She got. Okay, you know what? Whatever. You know what?
All right.
You know, she's on the Black Lady sketch show. I keep telling y'all.
Yes, the sketch show. Let's go. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get to the meat and potatoes.
You ain't there yet? I thought we was already at the meat and potatoes.
I thought we was already.
I thought we was eating.
No, we were snacking. We were snacking. Now we're eating.
Tapas. We was having tapas.
Yeah, we have tapas. All right, E3 is next week, and you know, I as excited as I am, I'm kind of low key sad because we would GWG.
Oh man, we'd be right there. Yes,
we'd be there. We'd be there.
You know.
So, predictions, thoughts, what you guys think? What's your plans? What you think? What's going to happen at E3 2021? You already guys know that it's going to be online, and I want to see your perspectives of what's going on. I would like to start off with our guest on this one.
So, I mean, first and foremost, I'm just glad we're getting something, because last year was weird.
Yeah.
So I don't think we can. So I know last year there was some people saying, "Oh, we don't need it. We don't need it. It's fine." Right? Listen, I think shut up. If I could virtually slap all those people, I would. If I could send them like a slap email to slap the hell out of them, I would. Because I just think when they announced it was coming back, to me, I could just breathe a sigh of relief, because I didn't realize how much I needed E3 till we didn't have one.
Right.
So that's kind of perspective I took. Yeah,
like we called it, like because we talked about it. I'm just jumping because I gotta say this because we called it. Yeah. Because I remember like listening at Iron Lord's podcast, a bunch of other podcasts, and he was like, "Yeah, we don't need E3." A lot of people were saying that. I'm like, look, E3 is when everybody else pay attention to the gaming industry, whether it's mainstream media. We need it, and the drip feed is not gonna be enough. I know how it just isn't. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Blam.
No, you're good. No, I agree. We were talking about this last year. We may have had you on the show around
probably
that time last year.
I think I went in on about it.
Yeah, you did. You absolutely did. Matter of fact, I can go back. I'll pull it up in the archives, Delilah, for sure. But either way, I'm super ecstatic about it being back. I don't mind it being digital. Obviously, we understand what's going on with the world, so we all kind of knew that we weren't going to get an in-person event this year. Maybe next year, hopefully, everybody gets vaccinated. We can all have a show now. But as far as like predictions and expectations, I'm gonna I'll be watching the main one. I'll be watching is the Xbox. I want to see everybody's, but I just want to see a cohesive show. I mean, I am curious how they're gonna balance the Summer Game Fest versus E3, because they're almost competing against each other. And Jeff, last year I said this, Delilah, and you can probably back me up on it. He's licking his chops last year when ESA said we're not gonna do it. He's like, oh yeah, this is my opportunity. I'm gonna come and not that this is a bad thing, because Jeff he's like an integral part of the industry, and I appreciate everything he does. But he came in and tried to. Oh yeah, he's trying to make Summer Games Fest a thing. Like he took his opportunity, and it's cool with that. But as far as balancing out who's gonna have what, that's gonna be interesting, because he's vying for announcements. He's talking about 13 to 14 unannounced games. Like, what is that gonna take away from anybody else's actual show? Right. I'm curious to see the balance between Summer Games Fest and E3 and how that's gonna. I don't know how you guys feel about that. But that's kind of what I agree.
For me, I'm looking forward to the production value. Like, I hope E3, because like they're doing the tradition, like kind of like we got to register who's media, they doing this whole shebang, right? But I'm hoping that the production value is just up to par, because when I think about Jeff Keighley, the only thing I can really kind of match his production value to is what he does for the Game Awards. Like he's been stepping it up and killing that lately. So it's like I'm hoping the ESA could match that quality, because I feel like that's what we need, and they need to really bring it, because this is gonna be their first time going fully digital. So they have to bring it. Every press conference got to be on point. Every time they do some sort of announcement, the way they do it has to be great. So they competition brings out the best in everything.
True.
So I can't. I'm excited. I'm excited. Right. Yeah. I just hope it's good, because they gonna be competing. So
what I was gonna say is that I wonder if, because we all know Keighley's relationship with Sony, if Sony maybe shows some of their stuff with his
I didn't think about that. That
might work. That might happen, because
right.
Yeah.
With the PlayStation shoes, he lost me with the PlayStation shoes. I'm like, yo, we know what team you ride for, bro.
you know what you riding. We know what set
we know what you doing, bro.
We
see that blue in the background, bro.
Yeah, Jeff is a good guy. He's a good guy, but I think at this point, we all understand where he, you know what I'm saying, like where he's at.
Come on.
Yeah,
he's a good guy.
What I mean by saying, I don't know him personally, so I'm not saying.
Okay, I'm just saying. Okay,
I don't know. I don't mean to like, make you feel a certain way, but I don't understand why people put that out for people that are online. Like, they're a good person. I'm like, okay, well, have you had them over for dinner? Because
did you have drinks?
So let me restate that then. I just mean that he's
y'all making him restate.
Let me fix my statement here. No, I don't.
Like, is he really a good person?
No, I just meant
you don't kick
like
dogs?
I think he no. This went left real quick. Jesus.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just playing. No, but
what in the world?
He's a important part of the industry. Is what I meant to say. He's important. He does a lot. The
that's
VGAs,
a better answer. I like that answer.
Yeah, the VGAs is something that we didn't have, at all until he created it. Which I appreciate him doing that, because we didn't have an event like that at all that celebrated video games that was on like a Oscars level or anything like that, like a big show to celebrate the gaming industry as a whole. So I don't doubt that he's been talking to Sony and maybe they have something in it, because he's essentially their unofficial spokesman. Essentially, like he.
It seemed like it. He feel like
you know what he claims.
Absolutely.
For real.
Absolutely.
He be coming out doing the P walk and everything.
You silly.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm curious about that too, Boogie, because maybe he's the one who makes the announcement about the Sony event.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what I've been thinking, is that they haven't announced anything. It seems like there's bad blood between them and the ESA. So
because he quit. Like, didn't he say he wasn't gonna do it? He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna be.
Right.
Jeff said that?
Yeah, last year when they canceled E3, they was trying to do something else, and he said that, or it wasn't the year before, where he wasn't no longer gonna be the host of like their something like that, and somebody else. So I think each company had their own spokesperson. Like, I know that for Xbox they had Major Nelson and some other things, but no longer. I forgot what they call that event where you go into the theater. And he do all the interviews and stuff there. People sit at the couch and they talk and stuff like that. Yeah. What was that called? Do you remember that? Do y'all remember?
I don't remember.
At E3? Well, I can't remember what it was.
It was like in the center. It was like
it was nice. Had the AC blasting and everything. Yeah.
It was hot too. I almost fell asleep.
Yes, man. It was so good. That the AC came on time.
I just want to say real quick, Applecab in the chat, he said that's not true. G4 TV had a video game award show.
Well, it wasn't like the VGAs. I'm sorry. The VGAs is.
Yeah, but you can say that the VGAs learned.
It took forever though. But see, VGAs matured to what it is now. It took forever. Exactly. Those first two, okay, there we go.
I was there.
Well, I mean, at this current point in time, the most recent VGAs that we've gotten, I don't think there's been another award show on that level as far as notoriety, as far as production value, like. I don't think so, but I mean, there has been.
The DICE Awards is amazing, but they just need more production value.
Yeah.
To me, VGAs is just something I do in December, to be honest with you.
And I think if you could take the production value that we get from the VGAs and add it with the unbiased of the DICE Awards, I think we would have a great award show for the video game.
The VGAs is politics, man. A lot of politics.
We know.
I just like the world premieres and the exclusives and stuff like that.
True.
Right.
True.
But I would like a legitimate award show. You know what I mean? Like one that isn't like biased. Period.
Yeah. I just it's so funny that you brought this up, because I can't remember. I think it was Gold Chain. We were talking about just when's the last time, because we were just making fun of it, but I went back and I saw the last time an Xbox game was nominated for Game of the Year was 2002. And I didn't realize it was that long ago. And I'm like, Gears has happened since then, all these other games, and it hasn't even gotten a nomination. I'm like, oh wow, that's pretty telling. I'm not trying to start anything on you guys' podcast, obviously, but there's some information that I didn't realize.
We know. Trust me, we know
that we roast that podcast. I mean,
we have a roast. Like we call our show the roasting of the Game Awards. Like that's what we call it.
Yeah, because to us it's not serious. Like it's. Like these are not legitimate awards to me, because to me, and I can only speak for me with this, they're not legitimate to me because I feel like there's so many, and not even just Xbox, like that's the last Star Wars game wasn't nominated at all.
That wasn't nominated.
It got missed, but then they pushed the opening so that the Kojima game could be in there. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I can't call you legitimate no more, because how do you do for one but not the other? I mean,
it's not legitimate.
You gotta keep the same energy for everybody. You can't be showing favoritism to Sony constantly.
When Jeff Keighley was in the game,
man, I look like this. Right? Just when The Last of Us 2 wins Game of the Year after it got leaked with that dry ass story compared to Ghost of Tsushima and that beautiful, gorgeous ass, spectacular game they did. Yeah, I'm like, nah.
Well, I said the things for me. I don't expect that every game I like or I think should win Game of the Year to win. I don't expect that. You know what I mean? But I do expect if a game, I don't know, like what lost me.
If a game came out and they got to shut down the comments because it was that bad, it shouldn't be Game of the Year.
No, what lost me is when they had, what killed it for me and what made me question the legitimacy was when they have the racing category. You got Forza up there, all these games, and then the person who wins is what? Rocket League. It's like that. Is that even a racing game, bro?
It's not even a racing game.
Right. Yeah. So it's like it makes me feel a certain way. It's like how did they get the category? They don't.
You just shoehorning stuff in the category.
It's like you're trying to force stuff in there, and it doesn't match the category. And I still feel like racing needs to be in its own thing. Sports, the way they got the sports set up to me isn't accurate either. Ridiculous. It's just like, and then, well, I mean, we all see what happens, right? And so that's why we can't. It's hard for us to take it serious. But I mean, I do appreciate the content that publishers has been adding to that show. Like, I mean, I loved when Microsoft did they showed their console. They showed the Series X. They announced it there. They showed Hellblade 2 there for the first time. It was just like, I love the fact that they're doing that stuff. But when it comes to the award show itself, it's like, man, come on.
I don't know if any of us are watching for the awards. To be honest with you, I think at this point
it's hard to now at this point.
For trailers, right? We just watch
for trailers. That's it. Yeah. It's like an E3 part 2.
Right.
I'm just happy that I can be in my PJs watching the E3 presentations. I think by the look of the schedule, I think I got.
I ain't happy about that shit.
Yeah.
What's wrong, buddy? What happened?
What happened?
No, I'm happy I can be in my PJs watching.
I want to be in LA. What that? I want some tacos. You know what I'm saying?
Amigas.
My street hot dog.
My hermanas. You know what I mean? I mean, okay, yes. I rather be like at home having the opportunity to sit, chill, analyze, and see what I'm doing with the stream, but deep down in my heart, I want to be in LA just as everybody else. Trust me, LA is, well, not even LA, just being in convention season with your friends. Doesn't necessarily have to be E3.
Hibachi all day. You know what I'm saying?
Korean barbecue all day.
We gotta get you out there, Blam. You gotta come.
You know what? So this is what happened. So last year was supposed to be my first. I had everything lined up. I had paid for everything. I did all of that stuff early so I could make sure I could go. And then obviously, that happened. So that was I was ready. I was lined up. I had the room. I had everything. So I had to cancel all of that. Unfortunately,
I know that hurt. I know that hurt.
Man. Cancel that stuff. Oh. I had my song booked up in January. I always do mine like January. You know, I try to get everything set up. And, I was straight. I was good.
Yep. Same here. I had everything lined up. I was ready to go.
Yeah. So I missed that. I guess because of how the Rona hit, and it's not the same. Like being on the floor and
the energy.
The energy is just different.
Yeah, everything.
Being in a room, like in a Discord chat room with your friends, is completely different than being there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my expectations are not too high because as you can see, it's showing.
Why though?
I've been seeing people like trying to temper their own expectations. Like I don't understand that.
I'm just at that point. I'm just at that point.
Just because you don't know what's gonna come, so it's like
I don't want to gas on a game that I want to come and don't come. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, so this is the thing. I'm a weirdo because I'm never the one to stop people from being excited or as excited as they want to be because I think it's weird.
That's me too. Like I'm just happy. It's games.
Tell people to calm down. Like
I'm not knocking somebody. I mean, if you're overly excited, that's all well and good. I'll root for you. But I'm in the back, like, okay, let me see these games. Let me see what these games is.
And I feel you.
And I guess because the tough skin I got, because when I first started watching E3s and stuff, I was giddy and excited, and excited about what game might come out and what game might not come out. But after a couple of E3s online and actually there, you just I want to see some dates.
You just want release dates on deck.
Gameplay and release dates. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want. That's it. Gameplay and release dates.
And you're gonna get that, and you're gonna get it. Now how much of that are we gonna get? We don't know, but you're gonna get that. You're gonna get it. So I just don't like because people. Yeah. I'm not the morality police. So I don't like when people do that. It happens on Twitter so often. Unfortunately, temper your leave that person alone. They can be as excited as they want to be.
Excited. It's games.
Yeah, exactly.
I love game. It's. I don't know. I've been playing games since I was 4.
Too, but I'm not.
But I'm just. No,
I understand.
I mean, for me, it's different. I don't care what it is. It could be. I don't know. For me, it's I look forward to seeing things that I don't know about. That to me, it could be.
Same here.
It's just something that's new, fresh. Yep.
And I'm happy that you are excited. And that's the point. Just because I don't feel that way, as ecstatic as other people shouldn't.
Yeah.
I should be rain on the parade, because best believe we gonna be there. We gonna talk some shit and we gonna enjoy together. And you know what I'm saying, as a unit.
For sure.
And some people be their expectations are way too high.
Yeah,
or their
that's true.
Expectations are way too low. So
yeah. Cause I know this past week I've been dodging because everybody been trying to do leaks and say this is this, and I'm I don't want to hear anything. I don't want anything, somebody speculating on. I already got my own stuff that, that I personally know. And I'm yo, that's all I want. I don't want anything else. I don't want nothing extra. I don't want to hear from what's going on with EA. I don't want to hear, I've been just really picky about who I listen to this week. And it's going to be like that for this next week too. Cause I want the surprises. Bump that. Give me all the surprises.
Right.
Yeah. You may have to just mute your whole timeline.
I probably will. I might just go ghost. I might just straight ghost out.
All right. I guess we got our insight on E3, and as a unit, I think we are excited. I'm telling you, gameplay and release dates. I'm ready for it. Tidbits Open is right now. You guys, you already know the deal. Type in your question. And I need questions in big letters and your questions in small letters, and then one of the ladies will grab the questions so we can get this popping. I do have a tidbit, and that's Sailor Moon Eternal Part 1 and 2.
Oh my God.
Watch it. CHAREECE, I love you, girl. Sailor Moon Eternal. Okay. Sailor Moon Eternal. Okay, watch it. They did a good job on it. If you're a Sailor Moon fan, do it. I'm just saying, if you're an anime fan, take a look at it. But that's my tidbit.
Or not.
Right?
Oh, I have another tidbit. I'm sorry. I have another one. Ain't the Mayweather fight this Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday fight night. Yeah. GWG, let's go. Yeah, so if some of you all who don't know, come on, man.
What?
Patty cake on Sunday.
Come on. That's not a fight.
I guess you can just bet on.
It's not a fight.
He's going there. He's going.
You can just bet on the knockout or not.
You're just making a deposit.
You just bet on
that's all.
No knockout is happening.
Just bet out. Yeah. Bet knockout or no knockout, and then that's what you bet. You don't bet who gonna win because it's a given. But knockout or no knockout, that's what you bet on.
Okay.
I just want it to be entertaining at the very least.
Please no dancing around.
Snoop Dogg's gonna be there.
We don't need this Dancing with the Stars. Let's box.
I think they got enough, enough, I guess, just beef between the two to make it a decent fight. I think, Logan will try his best, essentially. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping he puts up a good effort. I did. So this is the thing. Now we have to. There's a very, very minuscule chance of this happening. What if Floyd actually gets knocked out? Just think about the ramifications.
Logan is taller. Logan is taller.
That's what I'm saying.
He got the reach. He got to play that jab because Floyd Mayweather.
I know.
I don't know.
All I know.
Think about how we did with Nate. That's gonna be times 100 with Floyd if that happened to Floyd.
For real.
So
then Nate Robinson.
That was horrible. I was like, did you train? Did you train at all?
That was too. It was too funny. I was like, oh my God, bro.
Yo, it was immediate. Immediately. As soon as it happened.
He never. He never been hit before. Bro, you never been hit before.
We spent like a good hour just looking at those memes.
Holy moly.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really bad.
Yeah, so that was my tidbit. Anybody else got tidbits before we get to questions?
I'm sorry,
what?
Do I got any tidbits?
Watch Cruella.
Cruella?
Oh yeah, that's right. It's out. You seen it already?
Yep, I watched it. Last week.
I don't know why I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Actually.
My wife mentioned that last night. It's a good show. It's a good movie. I mean,
yeah, it was a good movie. Like, I mean, I don't know if you've seen Devil's Wear Prada and you like it. I keep calling it
that's
more
one
fantastical.
Of my wife's favorite movies. So.
Yeah, I love that movie too.
She's gonna love it. And my sister was like best movie of the year. I really don't even like Disney movies like that. She was like, best movie.
Okay. I heard Spiral was good too.
Like, if you like any of that, like, I mean, the designs were like on point. I mean, it was a good movie. My dad liked it.
Oh wow.
I'm
checking it out then. Okay. Also, tidbit. Check out the movie Spiral. I heard that was pretty good too. I haven't seen it myself, but I heard it was good.
Spiral with Chris Rock, right?
Chris Rock. Yeah. It's like it's related. It's like a Saw movie. It's related to Saw, but it's like it's different. It's different, but it's related.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was a parody just because Chris Rock was in it. I'm like, this got to be a funny movie.
He's serious in that movie. He's not even a comedy. He's not doing any comedy. He's doing serious in that movie.
My initial thought was like, this can't be an actual scary movie just because of like him. I'm looking at his face like he's gonna laugh or say something funny at some point during this like trailer. Like he's gonna say, but I've heard it was a serious movie, just like you said. So I have to check it out.
Serious movie. Yeah. Now another tidbit I got is I mentioned this one last week, but I'm bringing it up again. Is because my husband and I we started watching it, and it's the show Startup on Netflix. Okay. We just wrapped up season 1. It starts off slow, but by the time you get to episode 4, you're like, okay, where's this going? So check it out. It's called Startup on Netflix. So yeah, check that one out. And also Warrior on what is that one on? I can't remember what. I think that's HBO Max.
Okay.
Warrior, which is one based on Bruce Lee, the Bruce Lee one that his daughter is producing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I got one more tidbit. If you make brownie batter, and you take a scoop of Nutella and you dump it in there and you swirl it on top before you bake it, they come out moist.
Nutella, okay, bet.
All right. I made Nutella brownies. I'm like, the fuck is this? I was like,
Since we doing food tidbits, my tidbit is if you make an oxtails, use a pressure cooker because it will save you 3 hours.
Yo, just found that out. Was like,
now.
Just found that out.
This.
Dude, I was sitting there tending the pot for 5 hours, fam.
Jesus.
Yeah, so now, now it's like, 2 hours. I can understand 2 hours. Let's go. Let's do it.
All right, that's all my tidbits. Anybody else got any? Okay. Okay, that's cool. If you ain't got none, you don't have to have any. That's okay.
Tidbits, know what to watch. No good movies you've seen. No comic books you've read. A tidbit can be anything.
I've been moving, Delilah. I haven't been able to watch anything. So yeah, I wish I had something to add. Mm-hmm.
It didn't even have to be. It ain't have to be this week. It could have been a couple weeks ago. Could have been a month ago. It just,
I'm a book reader.
Okay.
What book? What was the last book you read?
We read around here too. What's up?
Yeah, we got books.
No. I'm mad you said it like
we got books.
We got books too. What you mean?
I
can read too. I don't know if you guys ever heard of R.A. Salvatore, my favorite author. I'm into sci-fi fantasy fiction. So I love like Lord of the Rings type stuff, wizards and elves and all that kind of stuff. So R.A. Salvatore, any of his books, he just came out with a bunch of new ones recently. I still got to buy them. But if you guys ever heard of Dritz, Du Erden, that's a phenomenal character. It's all part of like Dungeons and Dragons as well. So it's all in that universe. But just look him up, R.A. Salvatore, phenomenal author. Do yourself a favor if you're into those kind of books. Yeah. So I guess that'll be my tidbit.
That sounds like, what's that game that he put out by 38 Studios? Because he wrote that game. He helped write that game.
He has helped on some video games as well. There's been a few.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of it. I can't think of it right now. It was a game that CHAREECE and I were actually playing. They released on 360, and then they re-released it on the current generation and stuff like that. It is slipping my mind right now.
Was it a D&D game?
No, it was a RPG. RPG. Like I said, made by Perfect. It used to be called Big Huge Games, and then 38 Studios was the developer. Somebody in chat gotta help me. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Was that game? Was that game the baseball player was making?
Yes, that's what I'm talking.
Kurt Schilling?
Yes, Kurt Schilling. That's right. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I cannot for some reason.
Yeah, he wrote that game, I believe. You're right.
Yeah, Salvador. Yeah, that's why. So when you said the name, I'm like, yo, that's okay. That's same.
Yeah, buddy.
Gotcha. All right, cool.
All right, cool. Then. All right, we're gonna hit up our question portion of the
Kingdoms of Amalur. Thank you, Philly Eagle. Wow. Thank you, Philly Eagle.
Yeah,
Kingdoms of Amalur.
Hey,
Kingdoms of Amalur. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, great game. Yeah, okay. Great game too. Very good game.
All right. Okay.
Right, so for the first question, we got Abacab72. Question: is it me, or do you people think that Jacob in Mass Effect 2 looks like Kanye? No.
That's probably you.
Come on, man. Come on.
I don't.
No.
I think he is cute, but he don't look like Kanye.
Of all people, right? Come on.
Right.
I'll let you ladies take this one. I don't think
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, let me see if I can find another one. I remember that one being like the first one I saw.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Way up at the top. So that's a no on the Kanye front.
Yeah.
All right, I see one by Rain, but all right, here we go. Stitch. Oh Lord, what's this gonna say? How do you think the games outside Game Pass are going to compete this holiday season?
It's about personal preferences at that point. It depends on if that game that you like is not on Game Pass. If you're gonna pay the full price for it, and for me, that's a hell yes. If a new Fallout came out next week, I'll buy it. If it ain't, well, I know it's gonna be on Game Pass. But if it wasn't on Game Pass, I will still bought it. It's really your preference.
That's kind of true. Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah, because I got a few games that has released on Game Pass, and I still buy it because I would want to support the developer.
Right.
You know. Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's definitely gonna raise some eyebrows though, because what happens, just like with MLB The Show and how that game released in Game Pass, but then you had to go pay $70 on the other platform. It's gonna make people really think with their wallet, yo, do I pay $70 or do I just?
Right.
But that's exactly what Xbox wants, though.
Exactly. Of course they do.
Want. So yeah, they need that subscription. So I mean, it's gonna. I've said this now. If things continue to go the way they are, and Xbox's or Game Pass specifically is growing as quickly as it has been, it's gonna get to a point to where it almost doesn't make sense not to put not to put a game in Game Pass before a third party. From a third party standpoint, it's almost doesn't make sense not to at least think about putting your game there. At some point. Right. As the subscriptions grow, and I think once they get to 40-50 mil, if they can hit that target, I think at that point it just becomes a no-brainer. So it just that the incentive at that point and we've seen so many developers, small all the way up to big, have huge success on Game Pass. So it's scalable. It's scalable. It's because people, I don't know why, and you could probably attest to this, Delilah. People think that Game Pass only benefits small developers. That's not the case.
That's not true.
Whatever reason people think that, and that's not the case. Outriders has done fantastic. A lot of these other larger games have done fantastic. So I just think that as it gets bigger and more prominent, that you'll see people start to, especially third-party developers, start to come to Xbox. And I doubt Xbox probably doesn't have to do as much work to get games on Game Pass as they used to when it first started. Because it's almost... The proof is in the pudding. Look at what they've done.
And they have so many active users. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think, like you said, with Outriders and stuff, they're able to show, look how many active users they had,
Right.
That's the type of stuff that people use to get investors. So
Game Pass saved Outriders. Because Outriders with the issues it had wouldn't have been, it would have been Anthem.
People weren't as upset.
Not been in Game Pass.
If Outriders was not on Game Pass, people would have been asking for their motherfucking refund.
Yeah.
Especially with that inventory swipe. That inventory swipe, I would have been like, nah.
It's a wrap. I need,
It's a wrap.
That inventory swipe was a... Oof.
Oh man, I still haven't booted up Outriders because of that. Man, and they've done like 3 updates.
Me either. I've been waiting. I'm like, yo, I'm not playing, and I come in and all my shit's gone.
It happened to me. I got inventory wiped. I
think who was it? Cognito just got his stuff back. Like finally, just got his stuff back.
Yep.
Like last week.
I wouldn't want to play at that point.
Yeah. But people are tolerant of it because it's in game. I didn't pay for it, so even if it's it has all these issues.
I mean, it's got some good gameplay though. Like, I mean, graphics look good, and it's you know, once you get your build done, it's like you figure out the way you want to play. It's got some good bones. Like, they need to build on it though. They need to really build on it. For sure. But
Game Pass definitely softened that blow because it could have been a lot worse if had it not been in Game Pass. I think so.
For sure. All right. So the next question is from ATO, which thanks for bringing this up. Is anyone planning on watching Sweet Tooth on Netflix? I am. So if you don't know, Sweet Tooth is a DC comic. It looks like it's going to be produced by Robert Downey Jr. and his wife. It's basically about, essentially, think of now if COVID got worse and people started burning houses and shit like that, and then all of a sudden we started getting these hybrid babies being born.
Wow.
They're essentially like half animal, half people, you know.
That sounds scary.
Right.
Is it a horror movie?
No, it's not a horror movie. It's more like you know how like Narnia characters will look, how they were like human, but then they would have like antlers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or like they would have like a beak with wings, you know, but they would have like a human body. Things like that you see, but because humans are humans, of course they want to start eliminating these people who are born like this. So it's basically about this little boy trying to get to a safe haven of sorts during this post-apocalyptic time.
Oh wow!
I have to check it out.
It's pretty good. The trailer you see on Netflix is definitely gonna draw you in. I know for sure.
I'll peep that. I'll peep that right after the show.
All right, Rangy 4. Will Jeff Keighley announce that he has been acquired by Sony?
He needs to. So he can.
Oh my goodness!
Because if I can admit my obsession with Call of Duty, that he can admit his obsession with Sony.
Oh, right. Well, this is an AA meeting, huh?
All right.
Yep.
You gotta admit it. All right. Next question by Rain again. Does gaming media feed into the console war?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't even think we need to say anything.
Resounding yes. All right.
Yeah.
Monica S. question: any exclusive Xbox Series XS games you recommend?
Fallout 4.
Excuse me?
I said 4, not 76. 4. Fallout 4.
Is that a Series XS game?
What?
Series X
That's
optimized.
Did they say exclusive Series XS?
Are you saying X or Series XS enhanced?
Right.
Is that what she means?
Because I mean, let's be real. Like,
come on.
Oh, okay. I was going to say we don't. Yeah. Delilah. We don't have really any of those.
I mean,
let's
Yeah. So
we already know.
Yeah.
Because I know there's.
I mean, Gears. I mean, for real. Like Gears. If you haven't played Gears 5, that's only dope.
I mean,
the update for that.
Go in and play that little Hivebusters.
The Hivebusters is crazy.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I was like, yo, can you please pivot and make this the series?
Yes, man. That joint look, it's so good. They did such a good job with that.
Yeah.
Because I think they need to, at a certain point, just like with Star Wars, at a certain point you got to get rid of the main players, right? You got to pivot away from them and start exploring other parts of the universe. I think it would benefit Gears highly if they pivoted away from the main players from the old Gears.
It's such a tough situation.
It is
because you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
That's right. That's it right there.
If you keep going with those people, you're never gonna satisfy people. If you pivot away, you'll be fine. Same with Star Wars. They're pivoting away from the Luke Skywalker story because you're never gonna satisfy people.
Well, Star Wars is a bit different. Star Wars is that's a self-inflicted wound. I think.
So I don't know. Gears. You can say Gears is a self-inflicted.
Well, I don't think people are. Well, I mean,
see the backlash behind Kate. Yeah, you kind of
right. People were pissed.
So good, man. Gears 5 is so good, man. So good. I love the extra
play the game because it was a female. Like we talked about this last week, Blam, but when they were showing Far Cry 6 and they were only showing the female option at first, the whole chat, all you would see scrolling down the chat, why is it a woman? Why is it a woman? Why I gotta play as a woman?
That's a whole nother issue. That's a whole nother problem. I don't even know if that's video game related, to be honest with you. But
I'm just saying though, like
that's unfortunate though. No, I feel you. Like it shouldn't be that way at all. You know, so just I didn't watch the live stream for Far Cry. I watched afterwards. Just to get an idea of what everything looked like. Yeah. But that's actually what was happening during the live show.
In the chat. Yep. We were sitting there because we watched it as it was airing.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it live. I saw it like after the fact, but I can see that. I can see that because I saw, I'm like, ooh, the female character, that's nice, and I was like, well, what about the people that was watching it? I like, how many people ain't gonna like this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you have an option to pick, so
sorry, you got an option
because we still got to answer her question.
Oh yeah.
Which is, what's a good Series S? Title that's out there for her to play.
Well, like my recommendation would be Hive Busters, Gears 5 Hive Busters, and Gears 5 if you haven't played it. I mean, there's a lot of games that
I would say
out
Doom,
right now.
Doom, if you like.
Doom is another one. Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to that Bethesda acquisition.
And there's a lot of there's a lot of games that's also like, support FPS boost. So these games are running at like 60, 120 on some games too.
Titanfall
and it's like
2.
And those load times are like that. Yeah. I mean, it's incredible. Yes. Like just the performance you get from playing on Series X in general. You notice it right away. It's like it's hard to go back once you upgrade. It's hard to go back.
Right.
Like
I agree. Titanfall 2, Lady Infamous.
Oh yeah.
Do yourself a favor if you and it's like $3. Do yourself a favor if you haven't played it, buy it. To my opinion, it's the best like campaign shooter I've played probably since like COD 4. I love the campaign of Titanfall 2. Like I think it's amazing.
I do I enjoyed. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. I really enjoyed that game as well. BT was my dude. He
sounded like Optimus Prime, but go ahead. Yeah.
No, he did. But he didn't want to be. He acted like what he was supposed to act. And
that's true. He did have his own.
The writing between those two characters, like your character,
it was crazy.
He was great. I love that. I love that. That stuck with me after.
Like the part where he throw you across the little.
Yeah.
Like you feel so powerful in that moment.
And then he's like, "Are you sure you got this?" And he's like, "Trust me." And then he said, "Whoosh."
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that. All right. Do we have any more questions?
No, I think that was the last one.
All right. Going once, going twice. All right. Cool. All right. We're going to end. This has been a lovely, lovely show today. I want to thank PTK Blam for coming through and hanging out with us and talking with us through the show today. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Tell people where you at. Tell them where they can find you at, and tell them what you're doing in the future.
So just appreciate you ladies. You guys are awesome and amazing. Please, you guys come support these awesome ladies, staples in gaming. I've been a fan of theirs from the beginning. So if you enjoy what I do on my show, please come subscribe to them, show them some love, man. They definitely they're awesome. I don't even know if there's anything else to say. Do yourself a favor and do that. But as far as I go, you can catch me on Twitter, PTK Blam. I finally actually changed it from my real name to PTK Blam. So you can find me there at PTK Blam everywhere, Xbox Live. We do have a podcast today. The Shop Podcast is today at 6 p.m. I always say Arizona time because we're in a weird space here in AZ. Our time doesn't change. So I'd rather not. Yeah, but so catch us there today. We have an awesome guest on today. We got Fastback, I believe, from NLG is going to be hanging out with us. So that'll be fun. But once again, I just appreciate you guys for just reaching out, having me on. It's been too long, but I'm sure I got to get you guys back on the show as well. Delilah, it's been like over a year. Boogie,
I know.
Same thing with you as well. Infamous. So we'll do it up. It's about time we have some ladies on the Shop Podcast. But thank you. Appreciate you guys. I have fun. You guys are always awesome to listen to. Can't wait to come back at some point.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it.
Ms. LBOOGIE, Tell them where you at. Tell them where you at.
All right, it's LBOOGIE0208. Thank you so much for you guys joining us today on Saturday. We love each and every one of you guys that listen to us. I'll make sure that I have the episode out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everything else later on this evening. Y'all can catch me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, all them good things. Wash your hands, get vaxxed. Let's get back to normal, folks. I mean, you wanted to get back to normal.
I'm trying to go to E3, man, for real, man.
Right?
Y'all better
see, we're not melting. We don't have chips in our arms. Let's get it done. So.
All right. So it's my turn. Okay. Yep. Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Did Delilah go?
No, that's what I was saying. I wanted Delilah to go. Did you go?
Oh, yeah, sure. No, I didn't go yet. So yeah, okay, y'all know y'all can follow me on Twitter, Delilah_HD, and catch me right here on GWG. Thanks everybody in the chat. We appreciate y'all from week to week. We do see the regulars, and we appreciate y'all. So thank y'all for showing up and for shouting out the show. We see everything, and for supporting the merch, like everything. We appreciate all of it. So yeah, thank you, and we'll catch y'all next week.
What? I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. Congrats on the media as well. The media.
Oh yeah. Yes, that's right.
Well deserved.
Thank you.
So you guys are awesome. Mm-hmm.
All right. Are you finished with your outros, Delilah?
Yeah, I'm good. So.
All right. This is me, Lady Infamous 415. We're gonna do Shaolin versus Wu-Tang. We're going to do Little Nightmares too. We're going to play some Call of Duty in the future. I want to thank each and everybody that comes through every Saturday morning, every retweet, every like, every share, every interaction in the chat, everything. Thank you so much. You can check me out, Lady_Infamous415 on Twitch. Let you know that Patreon is on its way, and you guys know it's Fly July in about a couple of weeks, 3 weeks. So we got some plans for you. So we got some plans. So I want to thank everybody again for showing up, and then the people